My psycho daughter falsely accused me of a SA and family disowned me. Now the truth is out, and my family wants me back. Alright. So this all started on a completely normal day. I'd just gotten home from work, grabbed some leftovers, and was settling in to binge a new show. My phone buzzed with a notification, and it was my daughter, Megan. Now Megan and I were super close. We'd talk at family events, exchange the occasional joke or comment, but that was about it. So her messaging me was already kind of odd. I opened the message, and it just said, "We need to talk." No context. No follow-up. Just those 4 words. My stomach tightened because, let's be honest, "we need to talk" is never a good sign. I messaged back something like, "Sure. What's up?" She replied almost immediately, "Call me." At this point, I was starting to feel weird about the whole thing. I dialed her number, and she picked up after the first ring. The first thing she said was, "I know what you did." I sat there blinking at the wall. "What?" I finally said. "I know what you did to me at the party," she said, her voice shaky, but cold. Now I'm thinking, what party? What the hell is she even talking about? "Megan, I don't know what you mean. Can you explain?" She let out this sharp breath like she was trying to keep it together. "Don't play dumb. At the barbecue last month, you assaulted me. I swear." It felt like the ground dropped out from under me. "What?" "Megan, no. I didn't." "What are you saying?" I stammered. "You know exactly what I'm saying," she snapped. "I remember everything. You cornered me near the garage when everyone else was inside. I didn't say anything before because I was scared, but I'm not staying quiet anymore." I was so stunned I couldn't even respond at first. My mind was racing, trying to piece together what she was accusing me of. I barely even spoke to her at the barbecue. I'd spent most of the day grilling with my wife, Jane, and chatting with my father. I hadn't gone anywhere near the garage, let alone cornered anyone. "Megan, I didn't do anything to you," I said, trying to stay calm even though my voice was shaking. "I don't know where this is coming from, but it's not true." "You're lying," she said, her voice breaking. "I remember it. I remember everything." "No, Megan. You're wrong," I insisted. "I didn't do anything to you. I'm your father. Please just think about this for a second." But she wasn't listening. She kept talking over me, saying how she knew it was me, how she'd been trying to process it, but couldn't stay silent anymore. Every word felt like a punch to the gut. I kept denying it, but it was like shouting into the wind. She wasn't hearing me, and I wasn't getting through to her. Finally, she said, "I'm telling the family. They deserve to know what kind of person you are." And then she hung up. I sat there staring at my phone. My heart pounding. My hands were shaking, and my head was spinning. I kept replaying the conversation in my mind, trying to figure out where this was coming from. Why would she say something like that? What could have made her think I'd done something so horrible? I spent the rest of the night pacing around my apartment, completely freaking out. My first instinct was to call my parents and tell them what had just happened, but I stopped myself. What if Megan had already told them? What if they believed her? The thought made me sick to my stomach. The thing is, Megan sounded so convinced, like, she genuinely believed I'd done something to her. That's what scared me the most. It wasn't just a random accusation. It was coming from someone who seemed certain they were right. I didn't sleep much that night. I kept checking my phone, half expecting it to blow up with calls or messages from family members demanding answers, but nothing happened. It was almost worse, the silence. I felt like I was sitting on a ticking time bomb, waiting for it to explode. The next day, I went to work, but I couldn't focus. My boss asked me if I was feeling okay because I looked distracted, but I just shrugged it off. I didn't want to tell anyone about what was going on, not yet. How do you even begin to explain something like that? When I got home, I finally checked the family group chat, and there it was. A long emotional message from Megan, saying she needed to speak her truth and that she couldn't stay silent anymore. She didn't name me directly, but the way she worded it, it was obvious who she was talking about. My heart sank. This was worse than I thought. It wasn't just between me and Megan anymore. She'd made it public. And now everyone in the family was going to have their opinions about what happened, whether I said anything or not. I felt trapped. No matter how much I denied it, there'd always be that doubt hanging over me. I wanted to believe it would all blow over, that the truth would come out eventually, but deep down, I knew this was only the beginning. The fallout hit faster than I expected. After Megan's message in the family group chat, everything changed. At first, no one reached out directly to me, which made the silence feel even worse. It was like I'd been exiled without a trial. A few days later, my phone finally rang. It was my wife. I almost didn't answer because I wasn't ready for what I knew was coming. But ignoring it wouldn't help, so I picked up. "Michael," she started, her voice unusually stiff. "Megan told us what happened." My stomach churned. "Anna, nothing happened," I said firmly. "She's lying or she's confused. I didn't touch her. I would never do something like that." She hesitated, and that hesitation said everything. "Why would she lie about something like this?" she asked. And I could hear the doubt in her tone. "I don't know," I shot back. Frustration creeping into my voice. "But I'm telling you the truth. I didn't do it." "We don't know what to think," she said, her voice breaking a little. "Megan's upset, and this is it serious." "Exactly," I said. "It's serious. That's why you need to believe me.